Hey everyone, we're back again today with another new comic book day unboxing. And as you can tell, I got quite a amount of stuff. So I'm not going to dilly dally and not get into the whole thing. I am going to make a point of saying again, I'm really aggravated the fact that comic shops don't put new books in bags and boards. But that being said, I'm going to get started, and I'm going to avail them one at a time. So let's start with the first book here, and that's Berserker 3. Everybody knows about this book. It's been in the news. It's that Keanu Reeves project that has been the buzz of the industry. The comics are a little bit nutty as far as extreme violence and all that stuff. Very big throwback to the 90s. Fun read. I've been continuing with it. I have one, I have two, and now I have three. And I did get another copy, another cover of that, but we'll see when I get to that. Next book is Time Before Time. Now, I did read the first issue that came out last month. It was pretty interesting, a little wonky as far as time being misplaced all over the place, all kinds of different characters from all different times, and all this kind of stuff going on. Interesting read. Not sure if it's going to be something I'm going to be in the long haul for, or I'm going to die off. This issue is going to tell me a lot. If I'm into this, I'll continue. If I'm not, it might be the last month. Next book is our first DC book, which is Legends of the Dark Knight. Now, I do have the first issue. I got the one that has a harder cover. I don't know whether they call it deluxe issue or whatever the case is. Really great cover. And I figured the story was pretty decent in that one. And this actual cover is pretty cool. So I'm like, all right, let me continue this one as well. I'm not sure, again, I'm going to be in the long haul. Batman's kind of that character that I'm in hit or miss sometimes if I'm into it or not. If there's a really good storyline, I'll do like a run with it. If there's really cool covers, I'll do a run with it. If there's some kind of really intriguing type of character that's being introduced, I'll jump on it. But Batman's never been something that I've done very long term. I've gone through runs, but I haven't, like I went through the Hush run when that was going on, and a lot of the miniseries stuff. But as far as ongoing series, never was into it too much. Maybe this will change it. Joker's actually pretty interesting. So maybe this will continue my monthly thing, because the Joker is on my monthlies now. Next book is Geiger. Number 1. Fourth printing. It's crazy. This book has already gone to a fourth printing because of the fact that I have all the other printings. And this is actually very similar, I think, to the first printing. The only thing is the color difference. And I wish this was the original cover, because I think this is my favorite one out of all of them. But either way, because I have them all, I just went and got this one. That's part of my completionist mentality. Next on the line is, this is interesting. I think, let me see if these are together. Yeah, perfect. I ran into win number 3 and win number 4. Oh, by the way, you see how I have everything in a plastic? That's because I carry now bags and boards in my trunk. When I pick them up, I bought a pack of each. And when I pick them up, to put them directly in there so they don't get damaged. And that might be a good tip for other people buying as well. Keep a few bags and boards in your trunk, in your glove department, wherever in your car. Also, when you buy the books raw, you can put them straight in and not have damage. The only thing I didn't have was tape, but that's okay. I don't mind that. So I bought win number 3, number 4. Last week I had picked up number 6 and number 7. They were pretty interesting, and I don't know how these showed up in the on the, maybe somebody put them back, or I don't know what happened, but they were there. They're the first edition, so I picked them up. Now, so if that's the case, now all I'm missing is 5, 1, and 2. Maybe I'll do the whole run. I'm not convinced about this yet, this as a series. I'm not really fond of this type of art, but the story is somewhat intriguing. So, I don't know. I might be long term, I might not be. Next on the line is this book, which is really interesting. This is an older book that was in the new issues, in back of all the new Firepowers. And the reason I got this is because it's by Robert Kirkman. And anything this guy writes is pretty damn intriguing. So I figured, let me pick up a copy of this and get it. And if it's something that takes off, at least I know that I have the first edition of it, and I won't feel like I did when the Invincible #1 went nuts and it's unobtainable now. Then, see, everything's mixed up. See, I'm pulling them out of the bag as I go. So next, there was a $2 bin right next to the register as I was picking up the books, and there was a copy of X-Men #7. So part of what I'm doing right now is I'm rebuilding my X-Men run, and because I don't no longer have all my original books for multiple reasons, and this was a really nice clean copy that I got for $2, so why not? And I think it's the final part of the story with Omega Red, so why not? So I got that one. A nice cover, by the way, too. And then I got this one, which I like a lot, Marvel Team Up, number 24. And it's Spider-Man and Brother Voodoo. Everybody's like going nuts over Brother Voodoo. Rough shape. There's a spine roll here, but it could be cleaned up, and the spine roll can be taken out. So I'm thinking I could get this to at least pretty decent condition, mid-grade at least. So by doing that, I'll have a really nice copy of Marvel Team Up number 24. Then I got Amazing Spider-Man 260, which has nothing of significance to it other than it's got Hobgoblin on the cover. It's nice, and I figured, why not? I need this I'm completing a run of Amazing Spider-Man issues as well. I'm actually really close to getting a lot of the 200s. This was one of the ones I needed. Again, $2, it didn't hurt me. The condition is actually not bad. With a little bit of cleaning and maybe a little bit of press, it could become pretty sharp. And then the next book that I got, the last one out of that $2 bin, was Marvel Comics Wolverine, number 64, which has Marvel Comics Presents number 64, which has Wolverine and Ghost Rider as the front cover. But the thing that got me to get it, I'm also building a run of this as well. The thing that got me on this was, I don't know who this character is. Who is this? The Perils of Poison. I don't know. It seemed like a different character that I don't have any idea about. And then I saw that they had a little mini story about Blade. So I'm starting to get myself a little more familiar with the whole Blade thing. So why not get an obscure story like this? And the condition was not awful. You got a lot of creases, but there's no real spine breaks. So why not? And then this was from a back issue bin that I picked up. And the reason I picked this one up was because I'm doing a run of all these Marvel 25th anniversary border books, and this was one of the ones I needed. It was $4. Conditions are pretty good, and it's Spider-Man, so how could you go wrong with that? And then I got more. Oh, by the way, you got comic shop news. Look at this lion. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Damn interesting. I'll tell you that much. And then comic news summer preview. So I got some reading to do. That's pretty good. Let's put these all right. And then we got Silver Coin number 3. Great series. I'm starting to really, really enjoy it. I got 1 and 2. Now I have 3. And then I think this is the last book of the Heroes Reborn. So let's see if this is a colossal failure or they actually save the story with this last book. I hope they save the story because the last couple issues, they had me almost lost. If it wasn't for it being a short mini-series, I would have been out already. I want to see the conclusion. Then the next book, this is what I was saying. I got the other copy of Berserker. So I got this version and this version. Both intriguing, interesting covers. Now, they did have both covers in this foil type of setting, too. And they were like, I think, $1 more. And normally, I would go for the more expensive copy, which is more durable. But from a collector's point of view, I'm thinking to myself that these are going to be harder to keep in really good condition because the quality of the paper is not as strong as it is in the other ones. And these would be really nicely graded books if they ever took value in the future. So I'd rather have the trade copies, the regular basic copies. Then this was a super, super get. Now, Nottingham number 4 came out today, and I missed out on it. And I was really annoyed at that. But by sheer coincidence and accident, somebody that was picking up a box that had this in their box didn't want it, and they put it immediately on the rack in front of me, and I picked it up. So this is Nottingham number 2, and this is an insanely good, interesting, new type of story. So I'm really happy as far as getting into this Nottingham, and I'm trying to get as many of these issues as I can. I've read as much as I can online about it, but I'm so happy to actually have the actual issue now. It's only up to 4, and they're sold out everywhere. Then the next book I got is 0 Point Fortnite number 5, and as everybody that's been watching my videos knows, this is for my son. He's doing the Fortnite thing, and he apparently likes the story too, so at least he's reading the stories and he's enjoying these promo codes that come with it. I, for one, have zero interest in them. So that's for my son. Let me put that aside so I know that. And at the end of the day, these are all for my son, basically. Whatever's left over for my collection after I finish compiling, he's the one that's going to probably get them all. My daughters could care less. Aliens number 4. Not much more I could say about it, other than it has a great cover. I have 1 through 3. And I'm starting to dig this whole Aliens thing now. So I think Marvel is doing an okay job as far as taking the series and doing something good with it. And then the next book is, these are the interesting books of the week. We have Venom number 35, which is also considered to be Venom 200. Now, this is one variant cover that I got, which is insane. Beautiful cover. Again, I got it for cover price. I refuse to pay multiples for these variants unless there's something super specific about it that I really, really want. I'm not paying. And then I got a second copy with this cover. Now, they made like, I don't know, 30, 40 covers. I had an option of 4 or 5 different covers, maybe. These are the 2 I wanted. This one and this one. Look at this. Look at the detail in this. Look at those crazy teeth. Great covers. The other thing about these books, they're super expensive for a new book. They are thicker. They're square bound. And more pages and better condition, better quality, but they're also $9.99 an issue. So, first of all, I was not going to buy every single cover. You could leave that for the absolute, like, I'm a completionist, but not to that extent. As long as I have one good cover of something, I'm happy. If there's a couple of prints of it, that's a different story, but I stop with that. So I'm happy with these two. I hope that the story's good. Otherwise, I'm going to get rid of one. I don't know. Even if the story's bad, I like these covers so much. They're going to stay in my collection, no matter what. And then the last book that I got is another one that had big hype around it, and that is Planet Size X-Men #1. Supposedly, this is going to be the biggest thing ever since Giant Size X-Men #1. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. But that being said, I think I got a lot this week. I think I got too much this week, to be quite honest with you. But that being said, what do you think? Did I do good? Did I pick stuff that's cool? Did you pick similar stuff up? Do you like any of this stuff? Do you think it sucks? Let me know. Leave a comment below. And until next time, I'm going to ask you all to keep collecting. And I'll keep recollecting. Thanks for watching.